The year is 1945. On a jagged cliff in Okinawa, bullets tear through the air and explosions shake the earth. One man, unarmed, moves through the chaos, not to take lives but to save them. Over the next 12 hours he will rescue 75 men, without firing a single shot. This is not fiction. This is the true story of Desmond Doss, the soldier who went to war without a gun. Desmond Thomas Doss was born in 1919 in Lynchburg, Virginia. Raised in a devout Seventh-day Adventist family, he took the Bible literally, especially the commandment, "Thou shalt not kill." His faith taught him to heal, not harm. Yet when World War II erupted, Doss felt called to serve, not with a rifle but with bandages and courage. Friends called him brave. Others called him crazy. But Doss believed that refusing to kill didn't mean refusing to fight for his country. In 1942, Doss enlisted in the U.S. Army as a combat medic. His decision not to carry a weapon instantly made him an outsider. Fellow soldiers mocked him, called him a coward, even threatened him. His commanders tried to force him out. He faced the possibility of a court-martial for refusing to bear arms. But Doss stood firm, citing both his faith and his right to serve as a medic. Eventually the army allowed him to stay. But few could imagine how much they would come to rely on the man they once wanted gone. In the spring of 1945, the U.S. launched one of the bloodiest battles of the Pacific, the Battle of Okinawa. Doss's unit was ordered to capture a steep escarpment nicknamed Hacksaw Ridge. Japanese forces held the high ground, and the cost in lives was devastating. When the order came to retreat, the battlefield was littered with the wounded. Most men fled for cover. Doss stayed behind. Alone, under fire, he crawled to each wounded soldier, treated their injuries, and lowered them down the cliff using a rope. Every time he saved a man, he prayed, "Lord, please help me get one more." And he did, again and again. Through bullets, through mortar fire, through the night. By dawn, he had rescued 75 men, Americans and even some Japanese soldiers, without ever touching a weapon. Days later, Doss was seriously injured by an explosive while aiding his comrades. Refusing to let another medic risk their life, he treated his own wounds and waited 5 hours before being rescued. Even then, he gave up his stretcher for another soldier in worse condition. On October 12, 1945, President Harry Truman awarded Desmond Doss the Medal of Honor, the first conscientious objector in American history to receive it. But to Doss, the medal was never the point. He returned home quietly, living a humble life far from fame. In later years, his story inspired books, documentaries, and the 2016 film Hacksaw Ridge. Yet the real Desmond Doss remained unchanged, soft-spoken, humble, and deeply committed to his faith. Desmond Doss proved that courage is not measured by the number of enemies you defeat, but by the lives you save. In a world where war demands weapons, he carried only faith, and that was enough to make him a hero. If you believe more people should know stories like this, share this video and subscribe for more history that inspires.